God, I can't believe I'm doing something like this. You're gonna absolutely hate me for this one, Mom. I need you to understand, though, I don't have a choice. You're my only option left.
What's the matter, Sam? I've never really heard you speak this way before. Is something wrong?
This is bad, Mom. It really is. Honestly, I was thinking about hiding this from you. Maybe I could figure out a way to do this on my own. But I realized it's impossible. I can't live in this town anymore.
Are you serious? I thought you and Nicole were really enjoying yourselves there. Are you saying it's not to your liking anymore? I guess it has a lot of young kids running around these days. I can imagine they're causing quite the ruckus. It's probably not the best neighborhood to live in if you two are considering raising a family or something.
Come on, Mom. The neighborhood's beautiful. I like the number of kids running around here. I like that they're outside doing things together. It's a good community. If I could have it my way, I would live here forever. Except that's not gonna happen. Everything's turned upside down now.
Well, if you really like the area and whatnot, then what's the issue here? Why don't you just stay there?
It's because of the money, Mom. It's because of how much we have to pay to actually be here. It's not within our budget anymore.
I see what's going on. I guess that little drinking addiction of yours has come around again, huh? Every now and then you'll have a relapse. Well, look, I just want you to know that this isn't new. Your father had to go through the same thing. I've had to put up with that a lot of times when he was still alive. This must be something that runs in the family. I know it's hard to resist, son, but you just gotta develop the willpower. You gotta think about what's important here. Do you want to indulge in your own selfish desires, or do you want to prioritize your marriage? I'm telling you right now, Nicole will start hating you if you're doing anything to sabotage the household.
Mom, stop. You're getting way off track here. I haven't been drinking at all. That's not the issue. But you might be right about me sabotaging the household. Maybe that is my fault.
What do you mean?
The thing is, I've already told you about all the things that were going on in my company, right? I told you what I had to put up with. I figured it was high time that I finally changed jobs, got something better. As it happens, I've been putting all of my efforts into doing that. Every day I go to work, come home, and look for more work. After that, I sleep, and it's just rinse and repeat. I've been continuing the same sick cycle for ages now.
I get it. So you found it hard to get a job, huh? You're getting stressed out and it's affecting your work performance.
No, Mom. That's just the thing. I did get a job. I found somewhere different, and it's perfect. The problem is how Nicole reacted to that.
Did she want you to keep your last job? I would have assumed she'd be happy that you changed your job. That means you get a higher salary, right?
You're thinking exactly as she did. I guess I can't blame either of you. That seems to be the image around changing your job. You go to a new company and they offer you a higher competitive salary. The fact of the matter is, I wasn't able to find a place that would let me work on those terms. In fact, I got the exact opposite. I found somewhere that offered me a lower salary.
Are you kidding me right now? They're paying you less!
Yeah, but here's the thing, Mom. This is a really good company. In terms of the working environment and the people, I couldn't ask for anything better. I absolutely love it here. I'd be crazy to think about working anywhere else. What I sacrifice in pay, I make up for being able to operate in a stress-free environment.
I see. Well, if you think that's the best decision to make, then I can't argue with that. I'm pretty sure Nicole would understand, too. So you get a little bit of a dip in your salary. So what? It's not going to drastically affect your lifestyle or anything. You might have to sacrifice a couple of things here and there, but that doesn't mean you can't keep living in that neighborhood. Don't be so glum about things all the time. You're exaggerating your circumstances. It's not as bad as you think it is, especially since Nicole has her job.
You just don't get it, Mom. The thing that I'm trying to say is that Nicole doesn't have her job anymore.
She doesn't? What happened?
Yeah, she quit. She's been waiting for a moment like this forever, it seems. For the past 10 years of our marriage, she's been waiting for an opportunity to finally be free and just stay at home. She figured now was the time that she could actually do that. I finally changed my job, and that would mean an increase in my pay, right? At least that's what she thought. She has no idea that my pay has actually decreased, and she just went off and quit her job without even talking to me about it.
Are you serious? How did you find out about that?
It was soon after I passed my interview. She asked me how it went, and I said that it was looking good. The company was very interested in hiring me. Next thing you know, she just quits her job the next day. She didn't even give them 2 weeks' notice. She just ups and leaves.
Is she even allowed to do that? I wonder how the company she was working for is going to cope.
It hasn't been easy for them, I'll say that.
Well, can't you just tell her how it is? She needs to know that you can't sustain the income you have now. She either has to get back into the job she was originally doing or find a new one.
That's just the thing, Mom. Now that she's had a taste of freedom, she doesn't want to go back to work. She's become incredibly lazy. She doesn't want to do anything. She said it was always her dream to stay home and support her husband. She wanted to have an amazing house and be an amazing wife for him. She didn't want to be working in the first place. From what she told me, she wished she had met me before she began working in that company. That way, she could have been a stay-at-home wife from the very beginning.
I don't know how to feel about that. I don't really feel like Nicole would make a good stay-at-home wife. I don't think she'd be pulling her weight. The better option is to have both of you working.
In all honesty, I feel the same way, but it's so hard to get her into gear. But anyway, look, Mom, at the end of the day, we're absolutely screwed. I mean, I've tried doing this. I've tried supporting the house on my income alone, but I haven't been able to keep up with the rent. Because of that, I knew at some point that we'd be kicked out of the place, and what do you know? What's the first thing I wake up to this morning? An eviction letter in the mailbox.
My poor, poor boy. You're such a hard worker. I wish you didn't have all this stress all the time.
I know. The moment I move to a new company thinking that everything's gonna be sunshine and roses, something like this happens. And now I'm actually forced to make a decision that I'm ashamed of.
What do you mean?
You know how Dad used to be, right? You know how much he talked about me making it out there on my own? Being my own man, not relying on anyone for anything? I should be the type of person that people can rely on. I wonder what he's thinking of me right now. Crying to my mom about how hard things are, crying to her about how I couldn't handle the situation. And now look at me, I actually have to grovel at your feet just to come back home.
What a load of nonsense. Is that really how you feel about this situation? I'm not that type of mother. I'm not the type of person that's just going to push my son away.
I know, Mom, but Dad's gonna be looking down on me with shame. I'm such a loser. How could I let it come to this?
This isn't your fault. You didn't expect Nicole to do something like this, so I don't want you to blame yourself. Sometimes these things happen, and we need someone to lend us a hand. It's not something that we should be ashamed of.
Even so, Mom, I'm intruding on your lifestyle. I know when Dad passed away, you just wanted your peace. You wanted to be on your own and contemplate life, and now Nicole and I are going to be barging in there?
You're looking at this the wrong way. Do you really think I'm the type of mother that would grimace at the fact that her son is coming back home? You have no idea how much I've missed my little boy. I mean, sure, when your father died, I did want some internal peace, but I can't be like that forever. Don't forget that doing this type of thing gets lonely. It'd be good to have some company every now and then. Not only that, but it might be a good chance for you and Nicole to get along with each other.
I'm glad you're able to look at this positively, Mom. I definitely don't have that ability. I guess I take on Dad's pessimistic side, huh?
You're definitely right about that. It's about time you finally saw the bright side of things.
Thanks, Mom. Thank you for everything. I just want you to know that this isn't going to be permanent. This is only a temporary solution. I'm doing everything I can to get out of here. I can screw up once, but I can't do it twice, and I will fix my mistakes. I'm going to find a way to move out as fast as possible. I don't care if it means raising my salary or just finding a cheaper neighborhood to live in. Please, just give me a little bit of time.
Take all the time you want, Sam. I don't want you to feel pressured. You're already stressed about things enough. In the meantime, I'm very excited to have you and Nicole home. It's going to be good to cook for someone apart from myself. Nicole, just what in the world is going on? You've only been living here for 2 weeks and you're pulling something like this. Pulling something like what? Well, why is it that I come home and see contractors trying to size up our place? They're telling me we put in a request to renovate. Apparently they got your authorization for it or something. Can you explain what this is about? Well, yeah, I'm just renovating my home. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? This isn't your home to renovate. Where do you get the idea that you can just come to my house and start changing things around here? And anyway, what type of renovations were you thinking about having in the first place? Gee, I don't know. Let me think about that one. Maybe the whole thing? My whole house? Yeah. I mean, if this place is going to be where your son and I raise a family, then I want it to actually be a decent house. There's no way we're going to live in this piece of crap. Don't you dare call my home a piece of crap. Don't you understand that this is the place my husband built? This has been the family home for my son's whole life. It's been around even before he was born. My husband was the one who helped design it and even gave the workers a hand here and there to build it. So do you mind apologizing for the statement you just made? Look, I don't care if the damn thing was made by Genghis Khan. A turd on the sidewalk is a turd on the sidewalk. Doesn't matter who put it there. What the hell did you just say? Yeah, look. No offense, but I'm surprised you even raised your son here. Can't this be classified as child abuse or something? This place feels like a damn mental asylum. You really got a lot of nerve, don't you? But regardless of what you think about it, I'm not letting you change things around here. I don't want to see people coming into this house trying to renovate it again. You know, you keep saying that over and over. My house, my house, my house. Since when has this place been your house? Why would you ask me something so stupid, Nicole? Ever since it was built, this place has been mine. Yeah, I get that. But your husband died quite recently, right? Yeah? What about it? Okay, well, if that's the case, then he would have let someone take over the house. He would have had a successor. Who do you think that person would be? Me, of course. Actually, no. It's going to be his son. The father gives everything to the son. That's just how it works. It's how it's worked for hundreds of years. It doesn't matter how you put it. This is Sam's place. It's not yours. You're living here out of the goodness of our hearts. You should show us a little bit of respect. Are you trying to play a joke on me or something right now, Nicole? It's meant to be the other way around, isn't it? You're the one who should be grateful for being able to stay here. My son is the one who needed a place to stay. You guys lost your previous home, right? He asked me if I could let you stay here, and that's exactly what I'm doing. You really know how to twist the situation, don't you, Melinda? Don't you realize that he's just making a tactical decision? A tactical decision? Yeah. I know he's doing the right thing by changing jobs and earning a lot of money for it. But just because he's earning a lot of money doesn't mean he can just throw it around willy-nilly. He's gotta be smart with it. Of course, we could have stayed in the place we were originally, but a piece of crap like that isn't worth how much it costs. We could also buy a new place of our own, take out a loan on it and whatnot. That could be another option. But what's the best thing we can do? We can just renovate a place he already owns. We can change this house into the place we want to live in. I have to say, that's my husband for you. He's quite smart. You really have no idea what's going on, do you, Nicole? Is that actually what you think is going on? Do you really think that Sam is earning a lot of money? Well, he has to. He just changed his job. What's the other reason he would do something like that? Do you even know the type of situation he was in, working at his previous company? If you look at the statistics for companies in our area, that one's known for the most reputable for treating their workers like cattle. They've got no regard for each individual person that works there. He was under a lot of stress, long hours, a million tasks he had to do, and intense pressure from upper management. He didn't move from that company for bigger and better money. He moved so he could actually have a stable peace of mind. Unfortunately, the cost of that is a reduction in his salary. If you ask me, he's probably the smartest one in that company. I don't know why everyone else is sticking around at a place like that, even if the salary is good. Yeah, right. Even if what you're saying is true, I know he's got some plan to make a lot of money. This is him, after all. He's given me the opportunity to quit my own job. Now you listen here. You drove out the contractors today, and that's the last time you do it. I don't want you meddling in the renovations of my home. You got that? This is the last time we talk about this. Nicole, this is the most immature thing anyone has ever done to me in my whole life. How dare you send me out to the shops, take my key, and lock me out of my own home? What the hell is going on here? What choice did you leave me? Look at you constantly driving the contractors away when they're trying to access the house. I can't have you doing that. You need to be punished for your insolent behavior. I want you to stay out there all night. You can come in when my husband comes home.
Yeah, well, thanks to you, I won't be coming home for a while now. I can't believe I have to deal with this. Nicole, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Is that you, Sam?
Yeah, it's me. On a day when I have overtime at work and so many things I need to do, my mother comes to me telling me that you locked her out of the house? She's been banging on the door for hours. Why would you do something like this?
Because she's an absolute witch! She keeps trying to stop us from renovating our own home. I think she's got dementia or something. You really gotta think about putting her in a home. We gotta get her out of here!
The only people that are getting out of that house are us, Nicole.
What did you just say?
Yeah, it's not even our place to begin with. Hasn't my mom told you that I'm not the one who owns it?
Well, of course you are. Your dad died and he passed it on to you. It's only logical.
My dad passed it on to my mom.
He did what now?
Yeah, my dad loved my mom to bits. She was his biggest support his whole life. He had a hard life trying to get a good job and build his own house, and my mom understood that. She supported him every step of the way and didn't ask for one thing from him. She was a really good person. She was a good mother and a good wife, something I wish you could be at some point.
What are you talking about? I'm the best wife there is.
Yeah, whatever. There's a lot that needs to be worked on. But anyway, you know what? We've stayed here long enough. We've harassed her beyond measure, and I had no idea it would come to this. We're out of here.
Come on, Sam, don't say that. This is our home we're talking about. We can't leave. We've even paid for the renovations and everything.
What do you mean we've paid for them?
Well, look, when I was talking with the contractors, we arranged for about $200,000 to renovate the place.
Yeah, okay, like hell we're gonna be paying for something like that.
Well, we have to now. I already made a down payment of $50,000.
You did what now?
Yeah, I took the money from my parents. Now all we have to do is rely on you to earn the remaining $150,000.
So you're telling me that you could get money from your parents and they didn't mind at all?
Of course I can.
Why didn't you tell me about this in the past?
Well, you know, because I wanted to surprise you with this. I wanted you to see the amazing things that I was doing. But guess what? My parents aren't just lending us this money. We're going to have to pay them back too. Isn't this exciting? Who knows what this place is going to turn into? It's going to be amazing. I just know it.
I want you to stay the hell away from me, Nicole.
What did you just say?
Yeah, I need to think about some things.
Think?
Yes, think. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do when I come home tonight, so just let me cool down and we'll have a chat in the future.
Oh my god, Sam, I don't know what's going on. You seem so angry at me. You don't hate me, do you?
Just give me my space.
Come on, Sam, I was only trying to do the right thing. Please don't be mad.
I said give me my damn space.
Come on, Sam, you're keeping me on edge now. You guys haven't come back in a week. I'm here all on my own. What's going on? Look, I'm sorry to say, but Sam is still in a bad mood and he doesn't want to talk to you. He's made a decision. What's going to happen, though? What do you mean he's made a decision? Well, if you want that place so much, Nicole, you can have it. I'll move out. That's what you want, right? Oh my god, are you serious? Yeah. In exchange, I'll be moving into your parents' house. I'm sorry, what now? That's right. I'll be moving there, and they're going to be the ones to take care of me. You can't move into my parents' house. There's no room for you. There is if we take down your room. I'm sorry, what did you just say? I told your parents about everything that's been happening. I told them how demanding you are. I told them that you had the audacity to claim that this house was yours. And I also told them how lazy you were. I am not lazy! You definitely are. You would have been a horrible stay-at-home wife. You didn't do anything. You got me to cook for you. You got me to clean the house. And you almost purposely made a mess. Your parents weren't happy to hear that. They said they tried to instill good habits in you, and for a period of time you were doing fine. But it seems like you've gone back to your old ways. I think I could see a vein popping out of your dad's head when he heard this. Oh my god. This can't be happening! You know how my parents are, right? They're crazy! Who knows what they're going to do after this? That's a really good question. What about Sam? Are things going to be okay between him and I? I'm sure you'll get your answer in time. But for now, you're going to have to deal with the wrath of your parents. Nicole was put on full blast after that. I always thought her parents were very calm and docile people. But when I heard them get angry at Nicole, I couldn't help but walk a couple of blocks down the street. Being in that house, listening to her father roar at her was deafening. They arranged for Nicole to come home and take care of me every now and then, repaying me for all those times I had to take care of her. She absolutely hates having to do that, but it's nothing compared to what she has to do outside of those times. You see, my son had a plan. He would stay married to her, but he wanted her to pay off the contractors. She was the one who was going to pay for every cent of it. Eventually, the house was renovated. In all honesty, Sam was really upset about this. He wanted his family home after all. At the same time, it was a good place to raise his own family. After she paid everything off, he let some time pass and finally got the divorce. He kept the house and left her on the streets. After the amount of disrespect she showed towards me, he could never truly accept her as a proper wife. I hear that she's finding it hard to get another partner. She's got issues with respecting the mother of whoever she's seeing. I wouldn't be surprised if she dies alone. As for my son, he's got very good prospects. Having a house is a big plus, so I'm sure he's going to find a good woman in no time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future.